Well, a number of longtime vendors at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo will not be back when it returns in February.
Fox 26's business reporter Tom Zizka says that they were told they're no longer welcome at the event, that can actually make or break their business, you say, Tom?
Caroline, Raja, good afternoon. While the rodeo is still months away, organizers are already busy making plans, and that includes a decision to cut these vendors in favor of financial considerations that don't include them.
We identify areas that we need to improve or areas that were a really big hit we need more space for.
That was the word from the last rodeo, where there's a never-ending assessment of how to maximize the experience from and for the more than 300 vendors invited to sell their wares.
After 22 years at the rodeo, suddenly I was not invited back.
Dallas artist Steve Hawkins had been one of those vendors for 22 years, selling handmade sculptures of cowboy-themed art. But this month, he and about 20 other long-term vendors got a certified letter from the rodeo saying they would not be invited back, citing changes to address commercial viability and sponsor requests. For Hawkins, the loss means tens of thousands of dollars worth of business and the last reliable show after COVID cuts.
I have a little Social Security, a little retirement, but this was a big deal because that's kind of my, bread and butter and play money.
In a statement, the rodeo asserts this is an annual decision, saying in part, each year the vendor selection process is a difficult task, but one we take very seriously. While the rodeo did not answer the question directly, Hawkins says he and other vendors who've been cut think the decision comes down to who pays the most to be there, while losing some of the show's unique qualities in the process.
You can't find a lot of people that do handmade artwork and handmade items like the other vendors do, specifically the rodeo. So I think they may be hurting themselves that some of the customers of the rodeo come in and there's more and more commercial vendors and there's fewer and fewer people like me.
So Steve Hawkins says the financial loss of missing the rodeo will certainly hurt. He's already taken some steps to try to make some of that money back. He's trying to get a vendor spot at the Fort Worth Stock Show in January, and he has started an Etsy page, Sculpture by Steven. Look him up if you're interested. Well, he hopes customers will still be able to find him and buy his works of art. Watching Your Money, I'm Tom Zizka, Fox 26 News.